You are watching the Capital City Sports Network on SGTV.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. This is Dakota Watson here with Charlie Lafferty. We're at Heathwood Hall High School for a club baseball matchup between the University of South Carolina and the Georgia Southern Eagles. We missed a top half of the first inning where the Georgia Southern Eagles scored 2 on the board here through 4 hits. And the South Carolina Gamecocks are underway now, hitting the bottom of the first. We've got Chris Ransom, the leadoff hitter, center fielder, for the Gamecocks down in 0-1, facing Daniel Streetman, the pitcher for Georgia Southern. Here comes wind-up stretch and the 0-1 pitch. Taken high, ball 1. Here comes the 1-1 stretch. Driven right at the third baseman. Good catch over there at third, the hot corner. That's going to be out number 1. Chris Bender now in, the catcher for the Gamecocks, steps in. And the first pitch to him, taken low and away. Looked like a breaking ball there in the dirt.
And you know, Dakota, beautiful day here for a baseball game.
It doesn't get a whole lot better. We've got a little lacrosse in the background here at Heathwood Hall. The 1-0 catches the inside corner for a called strike. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and tap foul. 1-2 now. Georgia Southern coming off a sweep against Mercer a few weekends ago. Previously swept by Clemson and took 1 out of 3 from Coastal Carolina, were their 3 previous matchups before the Gamecocks. Here comes the 1-2 in the dirt. About 3 feet shy of home plate there to even up the count at 2-2. Streetman shakes off a sign. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, tapped back to the pitcher's mound, gets past him. Third baseman and shortstop converge but can't make a play. So Chris Bender, the first base runner here for the Gamecocks, which will bring Nick Burgos to the plate. Burgos, the DH, with a runner on first. The first pitch to him is in the dirt, ball 1. Runner stays. Good block back there by Curtis Jamerson, the catcher for Georgia Southern. Here comes the 1-0 to the lefty Burgos. Low called strike there, a little generous to even the count at 1-1. Short lead by Bender at first. Pickoff attempt, back in time. So I got word before the game that Daniel Streetman, the pitcher for Georgia Southern, threw a 4-hitter against Clemson, who's one of the best club teams in baseball, but they still lost the game, so he's obviously coming off a pretty solid start. As Burgos fouls off the 1-1 pitch. Here comes the 1-2. Runner going. Fouled straight back and out of play towards us. Streetman stares in. Another 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Misses low and in. Almost got the shoe toss of Burgos. Runner going. Ball in the dirt. Throw down to second. Not in time. So Bender in there at second base with what's going to be a wild pitch. And now a 2-2 count to Burgos, the runner in scoring position. The 2-2 swung on tap towards second. Runner's going to go over to third. Dylan McCoy's toss to first is in time. And now with 2 outs, runner on third, Evan McCurry, the right fielder, stands in. And if you missed the first top of the first like we did, you would have missed a great throw that McCurry had from right that just missed a runner. As the first pitch to him is thrown and back to the backstop, it looks like the Gamecocks are going to score a run standing up. And that's a big run for them, as now it's 2-1, and they chip away at what was a 2-0 lead.
You know, that was a good piece of hitting there by Burgos, the lefty, to get the ball to the right side of the infield.
Yeah, especially with this huge backstop, you can score so many ways from third base.
Yeah, allow that runner to get to third, and Gamecocks are on the board.
2-1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swing and drive to center field. Pretty well hit. Center fielder backs up now, but he's going to have it as it hangs up just enough for him. And that's going to do it for us in the first inning. Gamecocks score 1 on 1 hit. 2-1 as we head to the top of the second. And we're back here for the top of the second as Georgia Southern stands in now, looking to add to their 2-1 lead. This is going to be Will Harden now stepping in, the first baseman for the Eagles. The first pitch to him is swung on a miss from the new pitcher, Richie Matone. Mark Evans was the starter for the Gamecocks, but pulled after 1 after a start that he wasn't planning on having. 2 runs on 4 hits in the first. Not a lot of hard hit balls against him, but a couple things didn't go his way, a couple bloopers here and there. But the Gamecocks felt it was time for a change as Matone misses low to even up the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is chopped to short, and the shortstop can't make the play. That's Brendan Hairfelt, who got a nasty hop as it rolls off his arm and towards the second base bag. So the Eagles are going to have their leadoff runner on for the second time in 2 innings. How big is it to get the leadoff runner on, Charlie?
You know, it's really important. Really sets up your players out there. Sets them up for runners to advance, and if you can get another hit here, get the guy over to third. That'd be a
really puts the pressure on, especially with a new pitcher out there.
Indeed.
As the first pitch to Cody Tournier, the right fielder for the Eagles, is swung and missed in the dirt. The 0-1 pitch is lined to right field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Harden's going for third. The throw from right field is on the money, but just late. So they're going to have first and third now, nobody out, in what looks like a potential big inning for the Eagles. And if you're the Gamecocks, you got to cut this. This inning short if possible, because they just gave up 2 runs in the first and got a run back, which was huge. But the last thing you want to do is give up another big inning here.
It looks like the middle infielders will be playing at double play depth here. Try to turn 2 on a ball hit sharply to the infield.
Sure, give up a run here with only being the second inning. Orlando Mack, the leadoff hitter, center fielder, back in for the Eagles. As the first pitch is taken low and away, runner going, throw down to second, is in time for the first out on a near perfect strike by Chris Bender as it one hop into the glove of the second baseman, Joey Janusz. Good toss there behind the bag. Not always important to get it on the fly. One hop right to his glove works perfectly. So now 1 out, runner on third. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball. Looks like it just missed inside. So now 2-0 to Orlando Mack, the center fielder. Taken just low. 3-0 now.
Mack lined a single out to left field his last time up.
You think you just walk him here, 3-0, set up double play? Who knows? Might be a best idea. But that's not what they're thinking, as the 3-0 pitch is fired down the middle for strike number 1. Matone's pitch. Check swing, foul ball, grounded down the first base line. Catching a break there. It looked like he kind of chased one low and away and just check swinged off to the side.
Now here, I don't think you walk him here.
So yeah, I think I look pretty stupid for saying that, but hey, I don't think it was a terrible idea. So now full count, 1 out. Runner on third. Matone shakes off a sign. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball. Bloop it to right field. Right fielder back behind it now. Makes a catch. Going to be a play at the plate. The throw home is up the first base line. So Georgia Southern will score their 3rd run of the day on the sac fly from Orlando Mack. So productive day from Mack so far. sack fly, RBI, and a run scored in the first inning. In stands Rob Cunningham, the left fielder now for the Eagles. Had a bloop single to right center in his first appearance. And now with a fresh start, nobody on, 2 outs for him. The first pitch to him. Check swing. Didn't go around. Pitch just missed inside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch out in front of the changeup. Left it up, but the speed fooled him, so swing and a miss there, 1-1 now. Here comes the 1-1, 2-out pitch to him. Caught the outside corner for strike number 2. I think the Gamecocks did a good job in this inning. They had first, third, nobody out, and so far it looks like they could get out of it with only 1 run scored, which would be big for them. The pitch is fouled away out to the side, where the parking lot is just about full, as again they're turning people away because we're at capacity here at Heathwood Hall. Here comes a 2-strike pitch, taken just outside.
Yeah, I might think about throwing another changeup to him. He's way out in front of that second strike.
Yeah, if you learned anything from the first time he threw it, I think that's a good idea. But he goes fastball and gets him anyways. So strike 3 there, as Matone ends with a strikeout. 1 run on a pair of hits, nobody left on base, and Georgia Southern now leads 3-1. And we're back here for the bottom of the second at Heathwood Hall High School as the Gamecocks trail 3-1. And they're up to bat now as the first pitch is lined foul down the third baseline for strike number 1. Joey Janus stands in for the Gamecocks, the second baseman. Here comes the 0-1 stretch and the pitch. Misses way low and away. Left-handed batter's box to even up the count at 1-1. I think that would have probably hit you or me, Charlie, being left-handed.
I sure do, Cody. Oh, yeah. Didn't get hit too often playing, but, you know.
Can't really be hit when you're on the bench.
Right.
Here comes the 1-1 chop foul. As Janus now stares down the hole of a 1-2 count. Outfield shading him just a tad to pull. On the 1-2 pitch, here it comes. Good breaking ball, just misses outside. A lot of late break on it. Couldn't catch a corner, and it's 2-2.
Good discipline there from Janus.
That's tough to lay off. Looked good. Definitely caught some of the plate. The 2-2. Another great breaking ball, frozen for strike 3. Looked like it was... Now the 6th place hitter, Brendan Hairfeld, stands in for the Gamecocks shortstop. First pitch shows bunt, pulls back, called strike 1. Looked like more of a show there. I think if he wanted to bunt that one, that was a pretty perfect pitch to bunt. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. As he checked his swing. Looked like it went around at least. Now I'm not so sure that he did. We'll get confirmation on that as soon as the umpire tells us if it was a ball or a strike. Either way, here comes the pitch. Breaking ball, check swing, fouled away, and it's a moot point as it's 2 strikes now anyways.
Streetman doing a pretty good job here with his breaking ball. Looks like he has a lot of movement on it.
Really good, kind of a I don't know, curve slider kind of deal there. A lot of good movement on it. Down and away from the right-handed hitter. Here comes a 2-strike pitch where it looks like Street lost his footing as it fires back to the backstop and just about hit the bull back here. For those of you Bull Durham fans, I hope you got the reference. But Street looks like he's all right as he's ready to fire the next pitch. Here comes the 2-2, ball in the dirt. And as far as I'm aware, that's 3-2, unless the first one was a strike as well. The quick-working Streetman fires the pitch as it just misses low, and that was apparently a called strike 3. So it looks like I'm going to have to ask the umpire for help on showing a little more ball and strike enthusiasm, as that one was called strike 3 when I thought it was ball 4. So Hairfelt is out on a strikeout for the second out of the inning, and I'm going to work on my announcing here. As Ian Estes stands in, the first baseman for the Gamecocks, nobody on, 2 outs. The 0-1 pitch is tapped back foul. 0-2 now. You know, I was talking to the umpire before the game, seemed like a pretty outgoing guy, but apparently not a big strike caller. Doesn't like to yell.
Yeah, definitely not. I can't even tell if he's calling strikes in there or not.
I think he might just be out here for fun. Here comes the 0-2. Tap towards third. Long throw to first is in time as TJ Waterbore makes a perfect strike to first for the third out. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the Gamecocks go down in order. We'll be back for the top of the fourth as Gamecocks trail 3-1 here. We're back here in the top of the third as Gamecocks trail the Eagles 3-1 here in Columbia, South Carolina. Matone's 0-1 pitch is fouled back towards us. This is Malik Eskin, the shortstop for the Eagles, standing in with an 0-2 count. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside part of the plate. For out number 1, that's a good pitch there. Looks like a two-seam kind of backed up, caught a little bit of the plate.
Yeah, really nice delivery there. Just think it caught the outside corner.
Kind of a gutsy move there on the 3-hole hitter for Georgia Southern.
Yeah, you would have expected something in the dirt or out of the strike zone on an 0-2 pitch.
At least
that.
1, maybe 2 waste pitches there to probably their best hitter. But nonetheless, the tenacity pays off as he gets the strikeout for the first out. Now in stands Matt Jones, the DH for the Eagles, as he takes ball 1 outside. The 1-0 pitch is taken low and away for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch is fouled back and towards the first base dugout, now to play. 2-1 now.
It's like a lucky fan's going home with a souvenir here, Dakota.
Yeah, and I heard if they bring it up to you in the box, they get a $100 bill.
Yeah, well, that won't be coming from my wallet.
Here comes the 2-1. Ball in the dirt. 3-1 as Richie Matone did not like his delivery there. It looked like he was mad at himself. As the count's now even 2-2 to the cleanup hitter for the Eagles, and it's fouled straight back our way. And thank God for the fence in front of us, because that was coming right at your face there, Chuck.
Yeah, well, my beautiful face. You can't mess that up too much.
No comment. Two count, 1 out. Nobody on. Here in the top of the third. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in a row now to start the inning for Richie Matone.
And it's always good when your pitcher's throwing a lot of strikes.
He's really filling up the zone right now, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Really lets him get into a nice routine there.
For sure. The Eagles do have some hits, though. They've got 5 on the day so far. As Dylan McCoy, the second baseman, is going to try to add to that hit total as he watches the first pitch low and away for ball 1. As it looks like the lacrosse game behind us might have just finished. The 1-0 is tapped towards third, right near the line. Called fair. Long throw to first is in time. Good peg to first there by Nick Alferis, the third baseman. So that'll do it here as the Eagles go 1-2-3 for the first time in the game. As we'll be back for the bottom of the third. Gamecocks still trail 3-1. And we're back here in the bottom of the third, where the Gamecocks trail the Eagles 3-1. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. Believe this is Nick Alferis standing in, the third baseman. Here comes a 2-strike pitch. Taken low and away, ball in the dirt. The 2-strike pitch again is chopped foul down the third base line. Great play there by the third base coach.
Oh, and a bad throw.
As he fires it back into the pitcher, who loses his glove as the ball sails over his head.
This is just a disaster.
We've got bad news bears coming from the coach's box in third base. Looked great. Form was great. Got down on it and everything. The 2-strike pitch. Called strike 3 on another great curveball there.
Yeah, again, a lot of movement from Streetman there. Ball's moving left to right on these hitters. Right-handed hitters. Really looks like it's coming right at him. And drops in there for a strike.
And that's why I'm 7 o'clock, that's prime time. I'm gonna watch God calling from the hotlines.
Jack Nonamaker stands in, the left fielder for the Gamecocks. Nobody on, 1 out. Hitting from the 9 hole. Here comes the stretch and the pitch. Ball in the dirt, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0, wind up, stretch, and the pitch from Streetman. Looking for that outside corner, won't get the call, so it's going to be 2-0 now. Gamecocks would love to find a way on base here as they only have 1 hit total in the game so far, which came on a infield ground ball. There's a swing and a line drive towards first. That's going to get through into right field. And on cue, there's a clean base knock.
You know, it's always refreshing to see some left-handed hitters knocking balls through the first and second base gap.
It's always refreshing that whenever I say we need a hit, they get one.
Yeah.
So that worked out well.
Seems like you should come to every game.
I feel like I do.
Number 1 fan here, club baseball, Dakota Watson.
You heard it here first. Back to the top of the order go the Gamecocks as Chris Ransom, the center fielder, stands in. As he takes ball 1 low. With a runner on, 1 down. Gamecocks trailing 3-1 here. Would love to tally another run here in the inning. Here's a pickoff attempt to first base. That's going to get through the first baseman all the way to the backstop. And that's into right field. He's going to try to round it and get to third. And the throw to the third baseman is over his head. And the Gamecocks are going to score on a 3-bag, 2-error play from the Eagles. So that's going to put the score at 3-2. Gamecocks trail by 1 as Jack Nonamaker scores all the way from first on the failed pickoff attempt. So Chris Ransom now in with nobody on base, 1 out. The pitch to him. Low and away, ball in the dirt. As Streetman may be feeling a little more added pressure, as I'm sure he's not happy with himself after that pickoff attempt. Here comes the wind-up stretch and the pitch. Curveball caught the inside corner as he front doored that pitch. So he may be losing a little command, but not on the curveball there. It's looked pretty much sharp all day. Next pitch taken low. Here comes the stretch and the pitch from Streetman. Ransom again takes low, ball in the dirt. Good at bat so far from Ransom, excuse me. 2-strike pitch fouled away. Another good play by the third base coach. This one right on target. Back to the pitcher.
I think we could find a spot for him out in the field.
I think we could. We could wipe away that first throwing error he had earlier in the inning as he delivers a perfect strike. The 3-2 pitch is low and away, ball 4. In now is Chris Bender, the catcher for the Gamecocks, who also happens to be a Miley Cyrus fan, apparently. Here comes the first pitch to him. Runner fakes it like he's going, but stays put at first base.
You know, that was a pretty good at-bat there from Ransom, working the count full, fouling off a few pitches and working a walk.
Absolutely. I feel like he should get an RBI for the run that came all the way around, even though he had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, we can give it to him.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Ball in the dirt. Runner is going this time, and he's going to have it easily standing up as the catcher couldn't find it. Here comes the wind-up stretch in the pitch now with the runner on second. Curveball there. Looks like it just missed low. Unless the umpire is fooling me again. We're going to have a 2-1 count, so I guess he must have fooled me.
Yeah, really nice job by the umpire to let everyone know what the count was.
Here comes the 2-1, chop towards short. It's going to be a tough play for him as the runner advances to third. Throw over to first. Close play, and he's called out. So that was Malik Eskin there, the shortstop for Georgia Southern, with a strong throw after he had a little trouble getting out of his glove there. But nonetheless, 2 away now, runner on third for the Gamecocks as the 3-hole Nick Burgos stands in, the DH, for the Gamecocks with a big run on third, potential tying run. Here comes the 1-0 as it's swung and blooped towards right field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and the Gamecocks are going to tie it up as Burgos comes through with some timely hitting. So what do you know? Chris Ransom works a well-earned walk and gets around all the way to score on a 2-out base hit. The first pitch to the new hitter, Evan McCurry, is in the gap towards right center. He's going to go for 2. The throw is not in time. So now Burgos, the DH, all the way over to third on the 2-out double. And McCurry jumped all over that first pitch there.
Yo, B, they ready. Let's go. Feeling myself. I'm 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 feeling myself. I was some hood girls looking back at it, and a good girl in my tax bracket. Got a black card and
Now Joey Janusz, second baseman, stands in for the Gamecocks as Streetman requests that the home plate be wiped off. And now an early at-bat here in the ballgame that could be huge, as runners are on second and third with 2 outs as the Gamecocks look to continue their 2-out rally.
Burgos, for a pretty big boy, was moving.
He was
first to third
moving.
there.
You know, I know, Charlie, this is your first game here, but for those of us who have been here, we're not surprised by it at this point. He hits leadoff sometimes, believe it or not.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive for a big guy. You know, if you can move, you know, why not?
Why not? Puts the ball in play a lot. Here comes the pitch to Joey Janusz, the 0-1. Is chopped toward short. Going to be a tough play as Malik Eskin wisely makes the tag on the runner from second trying to advance to third. Not the wisest decision. Should probably make him throw that ball to first. But either way, the Gamecocks come back, score 2 in the inning, tie it up 3-3. We'll be back for the top of the 4th right after this. Dakota Watson here with Charlie Lafferty. We're back at Heathwood Hall High School in the top of the 4th as the Gamecocks tied it up in the bottom of the 3rd with the Georgia State Eagles. Georgia Southern? Georgia Southern. My apologies. Big inning for the Gamecocks in the bottom of the 3rd, and they look to keep the Eagles at bay here in the top of the 4th. The first pitch is to TJ Waterbore. He takes low and away. And now the 1-0 is called strike at the knees to make it 1-1. Here comes the stretch and the pitch. That misses inside to make it 2-1 now. I didn't notice this till just now, but it looks like Richie Matone does not go into the windup. Just a straight stretch guy as the 2-1 misses low in the dirt to make it 3-1. Some guys just like a more simplified approach, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, whatever feels comfortable to you. I'd say if it ain't broke, you know.
Here comes the 3-1 called, strike 2 on the outside part of the play. Good pitch there. Can't do a whole lot with it. Really good 3-1 pitch. The third baseman, Waterbore, stands in. The 3-2 pitch is popped sky high. Shallow center. Going to be a tough play. Who wants it? Shortstop calls it, and that's going to be out number 1. Max Bernstein, the new shortstop in for the Gamecocks. Good job taking charge there in shallow center field. Kind of a no-man's land. Could have been a tough play.
Looks like Bernstein's rocking the stirrups look. I kind of like that.
Yeah, you know, it's not all guys can pull it off. I think I could probably do it, not so much on your part.
I beg to differ.
But guys like Max and I could really do it. As Curtis Jamerson stands in, the catcher for Georgia Southern. Takes ball 1 low and away. The 1-0 pitch, same result, ball 2. Here comes a 2-0 stretch pitch. Called strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. Just must have shaved a corner there. The 2-1 stretch from the quick working Matone is fouled away off to the right side and out of play, probably right towards my car.
You know, it sounded like it got something.
Just heard a loud bang. Sounded like some solid metal. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on, tap towards third. Diving stop there. Long throw to first is high, but the first baseman recovers and makes a play. How about that play there by the third baseman, Nick Alferez?
Yeah, very nice play to stop that ball from going out into left field.
It's a big league play there, folks. Here on the high school diamond.
You know, I'm not sure our third base coach would have made that play.
I'm going to go out on a short limb and say he definitely would not have. But again, how about the play by the first baseman, though? No easy play by Ian Estes there, as he had to jump off the bag, make the catch, and then reach with his glove to tap the bag just in time for the out. Now Will Harden stands in the first baseman as he grounds the second pitch right towards the second baseman, who flips to first for the easy out. Good inning there, 1-2-3 for the Gamecocks as the Eagles go down in order. Still 3-3, and we're going to be back for the bottom of the fourth in this tight matchup. We're back here for the bottom of the fourth as the Gamecocks and Eagles are deadlocked at 3 here. As Max Bernstein, the new shortstop, stands in for the Gamecocks as he shows bunt on the first pitch and pulls back. I believe that was a called strike. Here comes the pitch to him. Swung on and lifted to shallow left center field. Center fielder coming on and puts it away. Orlando Mack, no problem with that one. Ian Estes, the first baseman of the Gamecock, stands in with 1 away. The right-handed hitting first baseman swings at the first pitch and misses. Kind of a 3/4 swing there for strike number 1. Streetman looking to get back on track here as he gave up 2 runs in the previous inning to the Gamecocks and delivers a strike on a good curveball over the middle of the plate for strike number 2.
And, you know, I really couldn't tell if the ump was calling him a ball or a strike there, even though it looked good.
It's tough. I'm going to go ahead and say it was because it was right down Broadway. Here comes the 0-2. Line back over his head and off the second base bag into center field. Streetman just about had his hat taken off there. Estes just crushed that one. And wouldn't you know it, Nick Alferez, who made a phenomenal play to end the inning in the top of the fourth, stands in now in the bottom of the fourth. With a runner on, 1 down. First pitch to him, taken just low and away, ball 1. Good eye there not to chase something low and away with a runner on first, 1 down. That's screaming double play if he swings at that one. As he fouls off the 1-0 pitch to make it 1-1. Short lead over there at first from Estes. Here comes the 1-1 stretch and pitch. Curveball just misses low and away. I'd love to know the percentage of curveballs he's been throwing to total pitches.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like almost half of his pitches have been curveballs.
It really
so
feels
far.
like it. Here comes the 1-2. Misses low in the dirt. And that'll even up with a runner on first. 1 down and a 3-3 tie. Misses low and away for ball 3. And the 3-0 pitch missed low and away again for ball 4, and now we're going to have Jack Nonamaker stand in with runners on first and second, 1 away. The first pitch to him is taken at the shoe tops, just misses low, and that'll make it 1-0. Short leads by both runners here. The 1-0 pitch misses outside, 2-0 now. Do you feel Streetman losing a little bit here?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he's just walked a guy over to first here.
Here comes the 2-0 as that's blooped behind third. The shortstop back makes a good catch there, running towards the line as both runners scurry back to the bags. So now back to the top of the order. Chris Ransom stands in, who kind of got the rally started in the bottom of the third for the Gamecocks with a really good walk. As he takes strike 1 down the heart of the plate with a breaking ball.
You know, I was thinking infield fly on that last pop-up, but it seemed to get out into the outfield.
I
a little
also
too
was
far.
I was thinking that, but I think it was tailing away from the shortstop Eskin a little bit too much to be called. As both runners go on the 1-0 pitch, throw down to third is not going to be made. So double steal there for the Gamecocks, and that puts 2 runners now in scoring position with 2 outs. Kind of a gutsy call there.
Yeah, I like it, though. I mean, now you get a base hit. You got 2 guys coming in to score, so we'll see if it pays off for the Gamecocks.
I don't think you would have liked it had he been thrown out.
No, definitely not, but, you know, it worked out, so.
Here comes the 1-1, swinging a drive to right. That should hang up long enough for the right fielder, and it does, as it's caught for the third out. So no runs on a hit and a walk. 2 men stranded for the Gamecocks as we head to the top of the 5th. Back here for the top of the 5th, as the Gamecocks and Eagles are still tied 3-3. And this looks like Tournier, the right fielder for the Eagles. As he swings and fouls 1 straight back to make the count 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 stretch and pitch. Swing and a high fly ball to left that's hooking foul and towards the seats or trees, and that's out of play. Right here comes the pitch from Matone. The 0-2 is again fought off and hit foul on top of the first base dugout and then rolls back off a car.
And, you know, Matone's done a really good job here coming in relief in the second inning and working through these middle innings.
Totally agree. He's given up 1 run so far in 3+ innings. Really keeping this good Georgia Southern lineup at bay so far. Here comes another 0-2, swinging a line drive past the diving third baseman into left field for a clean base knock to lead off the inning. And that's big from your 9 holes. Now the lineup rolls back over to the top. In stands Orlando Mack, the center fielder, with a runner on first, nobody out. I hope you didn't just jinx Matone here.
Yeah, we'll see here. Mac's a pretty good hitter.
The first pitch, I believe, was a bunt, but it rolls foul. Werner got a good jump at first, but he'll have to trot back to the bag.
Mac with an RBI sac fly on the day. Also lined a single out to left field in the first inning.
Yep, he's got a run scored and an RBI as well. Pickoff move to first. Pretty good one, but he's back in time. Matone stares down the brim of his hat. Here comes the 0-1 swing and a drive to center. Center fielder retreats, but it looks like he's going to have plenty of room as he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
That ball looked like it hit pretty squarely by Mac.
Hit right on the screws for sure, but right at the center fielder. That's Chris Ransom out there making the catch.
Got 365 out to dead center. You really got to hit the ball pretty hard to get it out. Wind seems to be blowing in a little bit today as well.
Just a tad, and it feels nice up here because we are in a hot box.
It sure does.
Here comes the first pitch to the new hitter for the Eagles. Back to deep left. Left fielder going back, and that's going to drop down in behind him. Run from first, Tournier is all the way into third. Throw down to second. Not in time. So Rob Cunningham, the left fielder, drills a double over the left fielder's head. One left fielder to the other. And now with one out, runners on second and third. So now Matone in some trouble thanks to Charlie's jinx with runners on second and third, one away for Malik Eskin, the shortstop.
Well, no damage done yet. We'll see how the inning.
None yet, but there might be a damage done to a car there as the 1-0 pitch is fouled back and away out of play. Looking for a big strikeout here. Here comes the 1-1. Swinging a grounder to second. That's going to get the go-ahead run home. Pegged to first in time. Runner advances to third, and now Georgia Southern takes a 4-3 lead here in the top of the fifth.
And here's where I'd like to issue my formal apology to Matone.
You've got to
and
do it.
Gamecocks,
Yeah, he'll take a written one probably.
As Georgia Southern tacks on another run.
Great piece of hitting there. Not trying to do too much. Put the ball in play and get an RBI.
Yeah, especially nice to get that ball over to the right side of the infield. I know I said it earlier, but that's very important when you got guys on third.
Such an underrated thing to do, especially coming from your three-hole guy. In stands Matt Jones, the DH now for Georgia Southern, as he swings through the pitch.
And Dakota, I know you personally are a big fan of small ball.
Big fan.
Getting guys around bases and
Be a team player. Got to do what you got to do. The 1-1 is over the heart of the plate, called strike two. Matone's pitch, swinging the ground ball to third. That's through into left field. So that'll tack on another one to make it 5-3 now in favor of the Eagles. Another two-out RBI for him.
Yeah, it seems like Matone left a fastball over too much in the middle of the plate there.
Yeah, I'll give half credit to you and half credit to him on that one. Not a great pitch there with two strikes.
I'll take it. I guess I deserve it.
Dylan McCoy stands in now. The first pitch to him is taken low. Short lead over at first by Jones. Here comes the 1-0, swinging a line drive right at the third baseman and caught for the third out. So the Gamecocks finally get out of the inning after giving up 2 runs. And we'll head to the bottom of the fifth when we return. Gamecocks trail 5-3. And we're back here at Dakota Watson, Charles Lafferty. Here at Heathwood Hall High School, the Gamecocks now trail the Eagles 5-3. As Chris Bender, the 2-hole hitting catcher, stands in for South Carolina. He grounds one foul down the third baseline. Just kidding, that's fair. Throw down to first. In time, good play. Spoke too soon as it kind of curled back into fair territory there. That was TJ Waterboy with the nimble feet over there at third base, near the bag. Now in stands Nick Burgos, who had a good RBI single his last time up. Here's a swing and a chopper towards first. That's going to skip over the glove of the first baseman into right field. And that's a toss-up if you want to give that a hit or an error. That's a tough play. Probably should have had it. In stands the right fielder, Evan McCurry, now with a runner on first with one down. Here comes the first pitch to him. Runner going. The throw down to second. In time as Burgos is tagged out by just a step.
Yeah, it was a nice throw from Jamerson down here to get the out there.
Right on the money.
Thought that Burgos might get in there, but just a split second too late.
As we were talking about earlier, Burgos moves pretty quickly for a big guy.
Yeah, and, it's great to see him going.
Straight steal there, no doubt. But unfortunately for him, he's tossed out, and that's the second out of the inning. And here comes a line drive into center field. Base hit there for McCurry with a big turnaround first, but he'll put on the brakes. So now you're even more frustrated. Could have easily had first and second here with one away. Instead, you've got a runner on first, two down.
Get ready. Let's go. Feeling myself.
So now you've got Joey Janusz, the second baseman, with a runner on, two down. The first pitch to him. Called strike over the heart of the plate. 0-1.
And, you wonder if Burgos hadn't gone there, maybe the Gamecocks have first and third with one out.
Could have maybe gotten to third for sure. As the 0-1 pitch is taken low and away, ball one to even up the count. Just a reminder here, folks, we're playing 2 7-inning games today as the 1-1's chopped foul. We'll have the rubber match potentially tomorrow, which will be a 9-inning game, but today just the 2 7-inning games.
It seems like we should have great weather here. South Carolina.
Doesn't get a whole lot better.
Beautiful here in late April.
The 1-1, good curveball fouled away there to make it 1-2. A lot of movement there.
Streetman looks like he still has pretty good command of that curveball. We've said he's been using it a lot, but
Definitely
on top of it.
Maybe some little rejuvenated, I'm sure he's feeling after the 2 runs scored by the Eagles in the top of the 5th. As the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3, and that'll do it for us here in the inning. So no runs, 2 hits, 1 man stranded on first. The Gamecocks still trail 5-3 as we head to the top of the 6th. Back here for the top of the 6th as TJ Waterbore stands in for the Eagles. As Richie Matone's still in there for the Gamecocks on the mound. First pitch is low and away in the dirt, ball 1. Another guy is a little quicker than you'd expect for a big guy down there at third base. He made a couple good plays so far today for the Eagles is Waterbore. As he takes low and away, again, ball 2. The 2-0 must have just missed low. Shaving the kneecaps, called a ball. The 3-0. In there for a strike. Matone nods, delivers. The 3-1. Called strike 2 on a breaking ball. Gutsy call there, breaking ball on 3-1 to lead off the inning. The 3-2 is lined towards third. Good play there, long throw. One hop, Estes can't make the play. So it gets by Estes, but no advance by the runner. Nick Alferis almost had another great play over there at third base, but Estes couldn't hang on.
And the Gamecocks varsity baseball team down in Gainesville today, they're tied up 2-2 with the Gators in the 4th inning.
Big rubber match there for the Gamecocks varsity baseball team out there in Florida.
Indeed, we're all rooting for the Gamecocks here.
In now is Curtis Jamerson, the catcher, who has a big hack at a high fastball but misses. with a runner on first. The 1-strike pitch is fouled back our way. 2 strikes now on him. Matone nods, delivers. Another foul ball back our way. And now I'm thankful I didn't park there, because I thought about it, but Charlie talked me out of it.
Yeah, we were definitely there for a few seconds before, obviously it's a bad idea to park right behind the backstop.
I wasn't thinking. Yeah, it wasn't a good idea. The 2-strike pitch is misses high. It's a good idea there. He swung and missed at the first high fastball, goes to it again, but misses upstairs. Another pitch fouled away and off the face of the screen protecting all the fans here.
Jamerson doing a pretty good job. Fouled off pitches, making Matone work.
Just staying alive, looking for something he can drive. And that wasn't a rhyme on purpose. Here comes another 2-strike pitch, high fastball, check swing. Umpire said he did go around. Strike 3. So Jameson goes down on a check swing, strike 3 for the first out of the inning.
Still not a lot of enthusiasm here from our home plate umpire.
No, it's tough to tell. Really tough to tell.
But, he's still doing a good job back there.
He's doing a great job calling balls and strikes,
For
just
sure.
not vocalizing them.
For sure.
So in stands Will Harden, the first baseman, number 15. As he takes the first pitch low and away. Here comes the 1-0. Right down the middle, called strike 1. The 1-1. Good pitch there on the outside part of the plate, called strike 2. Short lead over at first by Waterboar.
I'm not thinking Waterboar's looking to steal a base here.
Doesn't look like it. He's kind of hugging the bag over there. Here comes a 2-strike pitch, chopped towards first. Going to be a tough play. Throw to second in time, back to first. So the pitcher covering not in time. So they get the lead runner with Waterboar, but with Harden hustling down the line at first, he beats out the back end of the double play. So only 1 out there, now 2 total in the inning. And with the runner on first in stands Cody Tournier, the right fielder. Good job by Estes there to take the lead runner.
Yeah, it's always important whenever you can to get that lead runner out.
Yeah, and only playing 7 innings now. We're kind of getting towards the home stretch of this ball game. As the first pitch is fired straight through the legs of the catcher and back to the backstop, and with the huge backstop we have here at Heathwood Hall, the runner will take second easily. So moot point, as he could have easily just stepped on the bag now. Either way, you've got a runner on second, 2 down.
Gamecocks here trying to limit all hits. Anything into the outfield should score Estes from second. But it looks like the outfielders will come up throwing.
That's Will Harden over there at second base.
Oh, Harden, excuse me.
Yeah, Estes is our first baseman. See how it's easy to confuse.
Right,
And they're both number 15.
number
How about
15,
that? I don't even blame you for that one.
First time up in the booth, I
Sure.
feel like I'm going to make a few mistakes.
No, yeah,
here and there.
it's allowed. It's allowed for sure.
But it's fun nonetheless,
Nothing better here on a Saturday afternoon in Columbia. Here comes the pitch, swing on, foul ball down the right field line. 2 strikes now to Tournier. So now Cody Tournier has a chance for an RBI hit here with 2 away. Here comes a 2-strike pitch, swinging a blooper towards second. He's going to play it on a hop, flip to first. Just in time by half a step. Good play there, and that'll do it for the inning. Gamecock still trail 5-3. No runs on a hit. Man stranded at second base. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th. Back here for the bottom of the 6th. Gamecocks looking to add 2 more to tie it up as they're down 5-3. And Max Bernstein is going to try to get on base here to start things off. As the first pitch is a called strike on a good front door curveball there. Streetman hanging tough so far. He's had a couple bumps along the way in the 3rd inning, but really looks solid since then.
Yeah, Gamecocks looking to get a few runners on here, get some going.
Leadoff guy really important here.
Down 5-3 here in the bottom of the 6th.
The 1-1 pitch. Called strike on another off-speed pitch there. 1-2. Yet to see a fastball as Bernstein. Pitcher steps off the back of the mound as we get a nice little wind gust here.
You know, for the players, the dirt's kicking up in their eyes, but we're up here in a booth, so
The
pretty good.
luxury booth at that.
Yeah, it's very nice up here.
Here comes the 1-2, ball in the dirt to even it up at 2-2. Good stop there. Working as if there's runners on base back here is Jamerson. Getting some good work in there.
You know, he's been doing a pretty good job all day.
He has been, absolutely. Throwing out a couple runners, I believe. Here comes the 2-2. Curveball, lost the handle on it, misses high, 3-2. Got to go back fastball here, right?
I mean, I would think so.
Lead off guy of the inning for sure. Wind up, stretch, payoff pitch. Goes with the curveball, misses inside. So maybe a little too trusting with that curveball pitch as Max Bernstein now on first base. Ian Esty stands in, the first baseman for the Gamecocks, in a big at-bat. Runner on first now after the leadoff walk, and a good at-bat there by Bernstein. Here comes a stretch in, the first pitch to Estes. Big hack, swing and a miss on a changeup. Estes stands back in, the 0-1. Runner's going, called strike, throw down to second. Not in time. Good slide around the bag there.
Yeah, that's pretty good awareness by Bernstein, knowing that that Streetman's throwing a lot of curveballs, going a breaking ball. Give you a little more time to get down to second base.
Yeah, no, great point there. Catcher Jamerson's done a good job throwing runners out today, but on a curveball, it's a lot tougher. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Check swing, roller down the second baseline. That'll get the runner to the third. Flip to first in plenty of time, so there's one down. But we've got a runner on third now, one away. Nick Alfaro stands in, the third baseman for the Gamecocks, with a big run on third base, one away. Looking to cut it down to a one-run deficit. Here are the Gamecocks. First pitch to him, taken low in the dirt, ball one. Can't overstate the importance of getting this run home here, as we're only playing 7 innings. So the Gamecocks down to 5 outs to get 2 runs. Here comes the 1-0, misses low and away, ball 2.
You know, even if Alferis here can get a fly ball out to the outfield, should score Bernstein from third.
Fly ball, maybe a ground ball to second or short as they're both playing back. Third baseman even with the bag, first baseman just behind the bag. Bernstein playing around down the third base line. The 2-0. No sign from the umpire. Looked good to me, but it looks like it might be 3-0 now. Streetman quickly takes the sign. Here comes the pitch. Strike one down the heart of the plate. 3-1 now. Looking to put the ball in play. Here comes the 3-1. Fouled straight back. Caught a little bit of Jameson's foot there. He looks to be all right as he's jogging it off. Walking it off, I should say.
It's a good job by the pitcher Streetman here to work back from a 3-0 count, get 2 strikes on the batter.
Absolutely. And now you've got a big payoff pitch coming. You get a strikeout here, and you could be in some serious trouble.
Yeah, Gamecocks are going to put the tying run on base here as Alferis looking for a hit.
More importantly, they really want that 4th run to not leave it all to the last inning.
As Jamerson takes a second here.
So a big payoff pitch coming up here. 1 out, runner on third. Gamecocks trail 5-3 here in the 6th. Ball 4 misses in the dirt. So 2 walks coaxed in the inning by the Gamecocks.
I'm a star, how could I not shine? How many ladies in the house? How many ladies in the house without a spouse? Something in your blouse got me feeling so house. What you about?
So it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here. We'll be back for you in just a minute. We're back here, so no pitching change. I lied. The player coach out there in center wanted to come talk to the team real quick, so the shortstop, center fielder, and pitcher converge. But it looks like Streetman's going to stay in the ball game with runners on first and third here. 5-3 lead for the Eagles.
Looks like your middle infielders here staying back at double play depth, looking for a hard hit ball to turn to.
Jack Nonamaker, the hitter for the Gamecocks, is going to try to stay out of that double play ball. Anything but a strikeout, pop-up, or double play here probably scores a run. Here comes the first pitch to him. Runner going from first. The throw down's not going to be made, but they get the runner from third picked off. The throw to home is in time. So just really rough base running there by Max Bernstein as he fell for the fake down to second base. And it worked to perfection for the Eagles, as that's going to be the second out of the inning. And what a big one that was.
Yeah, and as a runner on third base, I think you have to see that coming with the fake down to second. Not sure if Bernstein thought he was actually going to throw it.
Yeah, it's tough because Damerson has done a good job of throwing runners out today. But you got to know as the runner on third and only one out, you've got to be a little smarter than that. But Gamecock's still okay with a runner on second base in scoring position. But now 2 away. So Nonamaker's at-bat becomes a lot more important here for the Gamecocks as Streetman calls time to talk to the catcher. Confusion with the count, as there has been up in the booth for a few times today.
Yeah, I mean, even the players out there are a little confused, so can't fault us too much for
I
that.
don't feel too bad anymore, no. It looks like it's going to be 1-1, 2 outs, runner on second. The lefty Nonamaker stands in. The pitch, Nonamaker pulls away as he swings and misses to make it 1-2 now. Streetman shakes off a pair of signs. Checks the runner at second, now throws. Chopper to third, going to be a tough play. And the third baseman can't make the play as he bobbles it. So all runners are safe here as we're going to have first and third now, 2 down. Tough play there for TJ Waterboard. Now back to the top of the order for the Gamecocks as Chris Ransom stands in, the center fielder for the Gamecocks. With a tying run on first, if he can shoot one in the gap here, the Gamecocks could tie it up with 2 outs. First pitch, runner's going down to second base. Catcher couldn't even get out of his glove. So the second base, he's going to take second base easily. And a huge stolen base there as now the Gamecocks are a base hit away from potentially tying this ball game up.
Looks like the Gamecocks learned their lesson there. No movement from third base.
The runner on third base pretty much hugged the bag there. No movement at all. So the 0-1 pitch is taken high for ball 1 to make it 1-1 now.
I'll give Nonamaker a hit on that last chopper. It was a tough play for Waterboard.
Would have been a really tough play, no doubt. The 1-1, right down the pipe, strike 2. Ransom hit the ball well a couple times so far today. Looking to find a gap to tie up this ball game here. The 1-2. Foul ball back towards the seats, which are filled up here today.
Streetman again going back to that curveball. He really seems to feel comfortable throwing it in all situations. We've seen him throw it at a full count.
Absolutely, especially with this huge backstop, you'd really want to be hesitant towards balls in the dirt here as a pitcher, but showing no signs of that as he fires the 1-2, just misses low and away to even it up at 2-2. Ransom now back into the batter's box, the right-hander. Here comes the 2-2. Swinging a blooper over the left center. That's going to get down in for a base hit. They're going to wave the runner. 1 run scores. The throw to the plate is not in time. 2 run scores, and the Gamecocks tie it up here in the bottom of the 6th, 5-5. Huge 2-out RBI from Chris Ransom. Doesn't get any bigger than that in a pressure situation with 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Yeah, that's a great piece of hitting there. Another curveball.
Yeah, he got just enough on it to get over the shortstop's head and in front of the center fielder out in left center. So being a bystander who likes to be a general manager, I think you got to send the runner here with 2 outs at your leadoff hitter on first. As Chris Bender stands in, they don't send the runner on the first pitch, called strike 1. Worst case scenario, you're looking at leading off the bottom of the 7th with Chris Bender, your catcher, who's the 2-hole in front of your best 2 hitters in Burgos and McCurry. Runner fakes like he's going. The 0-1 is taken inside to make it 1-1.
And yeah, Dakota, I really agree with you here. I think you should send him. Worst case scenario, you got 2, 3, 4 coming up next inning in a tie ball game. So.
Which would be the last inning here in a 7-inning doubleheader. They are sending him. The 1-1 pitch is taken outside, throw down, not in time, and the runner takes the bag. So it works out perfectly for you there. Now you've got the potential go-ahead run in scoring position with 2 away.
Right on cue.
It's like they heard me from way up here.
They might have.
We're about 6 stories high here in the luxury suite.
Great view of Columbia.
With Williams Bryce's shadows shining down on us, or covering us, I guess. Shadows don't really shine. As the 1-1 is fouled back away to make it 1-2 now. Chris Bender sporting the no batting gloves. The right-hander in with a 2-strike pitch. Runner going. Swinging a blooper over the shortstop's head. He's ranging back, and he makes a good play there. Great play to save a run by Eskin, the shortstop. So the inning's over, but the Gamecocks tied up here with 2 outs. A 2 RBI single by Chris Ransom knots it up at 5-5. We head to the last inning, top of the 7th, when we return. Back here for the top of the 7th in what is a 7-inning doubleheader here in Columbia, South Carolina. The Gamecocks have just tied it up against the Eagles from Georgia Southern. 5-5 here in the top of the 7th. Leadoff hitter for Georgia Southern, Orlando Mack, center fielder, stands in as he swings and fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. The 0-1 is taken outside as we have a new pitcher, Austin Sullivan, in for the Gamecocks, number 7. The righty. Evens the count at 1-1. Here's a stretch and the pitch. Just missed clipping the jersey of Mack. Misses inside, 2-1.
I haven't watched a whole lot of Georgia Southern games, but I'm thinking that Mack here is their leader. Also the player coach playing center field, batting leadoff.
I'm going to guess that you're right as he fouls off the 1-1 pitch off the face of the Gamecocks dugout to make it 1-2.
I like to make some pretty astute observations up here in the booth.
You have been called Captain Obvious before. A lot of movement in Mack's wind-up, I guess you could say, as a hitter in his stance.
It is, yeah. Kind of reminiscent here of Gary Sheffield.
Just like it almost.
Yeah.
Except not really. Here comes the 1-2. Swinging the chopper to third. Over the head of the third baseman, Al Ferris. That was going to be a tough play as it took a high hop and into shallow left field for a base hit. Al Ferris, a couple good plays today at third base, but that would have been just about impossible for the under 6-foot third baseman over there. I'll just be nice and say under 6-foot third baseman.
Yeah. Yeah.
About right.
That's a good way to put it.
So now leadoff guy reaches base on an infield single. And Rob Cunningham, who has a long double to left field in this game already, stands in. Pickoff try to first. Not in time. You know me, I'm a big small ball guy. But when you've got a guy who just doubled to the warning track his last time up, you might want to swing away. And he does that here as he swings through the off-speed pitch.
Nice job of Sullivan. I've seen at least 2 pitches in the outside corner here, really trying to throw him outside. Not going to give him anything too easy to drive here.
Pickoff attempt again, not in time, not his best move. Just a little show there, make sure he knows he's thinking about him. Sullivan peers in, gets the sign. The catcher wants it high. The pitch, runner's going, swing and a miss, throw down to second is high, and great backup there by Bernstein, who made a heck of a play. So strike 3 there by Cunningham, who heads back to the dugout, upset with himself. Either way, he gets the runner over, kind of on accident as Mack gets to second base on the stolen base.
Yeah, great play there by Bernstein to back up the throw coming down from home plate.
Yeah, otherwise you're looking at 1-out runner on third, the go-ahead run in the final inning. So big stop there. Either way, now you've got Malik Eskin, the shortstop, who is the hottest hitter for the Georgia Southern Eagles, so I'm told before the game, as he takes strike 1 with a breaking ball. Eskin trying to get the go-ahead run home in the top of the 7th here. The 0-1 just missing outside as Bender tried to frame that one up but just missed it. So that'll even the count. Orlando Mack at second base. Eskin the hitter. Sullivan the pitcher. Here comes the 1-1. Misses outside, ball 2. With Matt Jones looming on deck, the DH, you definitely don't want to walk here. But at the same time, you've got to be careful. The 2-1 stretch and pitch. Misses low and away, and he is being careful as that's a breaking ball that misses in the dirt to make it 3-1.
Looks like the Gamecocks will try to keep Mack somewhat close over there at second, make sure he doesn't take third.
Yeah, and the first baseman, Estes, in playing on the grass here. The 3-1 is driven to right field. Runner from second tagging. Right fielder makes the catch. That's McCurry. Throw to third is a good one, but not in time, as Mack shows off the wheels to get to third base. However, more importantly, there's 2 outs. So the Gamecocks looking to get out of this, as Matt Jones, the DH, stands in now.
Pretty good arm out there from McCurry. That ball just a little too deep, and Mack a little too fast from second base to get to third.
Yeah, I think another runner, maybe it's a lot closer play, but Mack was really moving. And it looks like we may have a pitching change as the player, Coach Miles Moody, comes out to talk to his team. We're going to stay here with you unless we have a pitching change. We will find out shortly, and it looks as though we don't have a pitching change. So player Coach Moody walks off, just wanted to talk to the Gamecocks defense. Austin Sullivan's going to stay in this ball game with the potential go-ahead run on third base here with 2 away. And they're going to intentionally walk the hitter Matt Jones to bring up Dylan McCoy, the second baseman. Jones doesn't look like he appreciates it too much.
No, I like that move, though.
It's a good move.
Yeah, set up the outs at first and second.
Sure.
Any kind of ground ball to the infield.
Especially in the last inning here. So now pressure's on Dylan McCoy. Runs on the corner, 2 away in a 5-5 ball game. Top of the 7th, the first pitch. Misses low in the dirt, ball 1. The 1-0 is a called strike 1 on the outside part of the play. Good pitch there to make it 1-1. The 1-1 stretch pitch. Swing and a miss the ball in the dirt. Good movement on that one to tail back in. Must have been a 2-seam fastball there.
Good stop by the catcher Bender there, ball in the dirt.
Really good stop.
Keep it in front of him with the runner on third.
And he's been doing that pretty much all season for him. It's good backstop back here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, 2-out swing, and a foul ball back towards my car. Yet again.
Looks like Sullivan hit his spot there. Bender set up a little high.
It's a good pitch.
Got the fastball he wanted.
You go breaking ball here with this big backstop and the go-ahead run on third.
You know,
They
I think
do.
I might.
And he fouls it off again, out of play.
You know, as a pitcher, if you have enough trust in your catcher, you know, that he'll stop the ball like that.
It's a good point.
Then I don't see why not.
Bender's been a wall back here so far. Hope not to jinx that. 2 outs, runners on the corner. Another 2-strike pitch from Sullivan and fouled straight back yet again. So good at bat here. Good at bat by Dylan McCoy. See if he'll get anything to show for it here. Another 2-strike stretch and pitch. Swinging a fly ball to deep left field. This ball's going back. This has a chance. Warning track wall. This ball's gone. A 3-run bomb with 2 strikes from Dylan McCoy. No bigger hit for him than that one on the year, I have a feeling. The 3-run shot now gives the Georgia Southern Eagles an 8-5 3-run lead in what's the last inning here of this 2-game doubleheader.
Definitely not what Sullivan was looking for there. He threw a fastball.
I'd say not.
Caught a whole lot of the plate. And
about right down the middle.
McCoy made him pay there as he
McCoy absolutely crushed that ball.
drilled that ball. I think most of our fans here knew that ball was gone as soon as it left the bat.
I'm not much for math, but I'm going to guess that was about 335 to left probably because we're looking at about 310 down the line.
I'd say so. Yeah, just missed actually hitting the scoreboard out there in left
Well,
center.
he hit the scoreboard in other ways. It's 8-5 now.
Yeah, hey, good point. If you're gonna do damage and make it hurt.
So McCoy puts the Eagles in front. We're going to have a pitching change here. We'll be back with you in just a minute. Top of the 7th. Gamecocks trail 8-5. So we're back here still in the top of the 7th as the Gamecocks now trail 8-5 after the 3-run bomb by Dylan McCoy. Looks like we're going to have a new pitcher, Trevor Schaff, in for the Gamecocks, looking to get the final out of this top of the 7th. The first pitch to the new hitter, TJ Waterbore, for the Eagles is a called strike. The 0-1. Ball in the dirt. 1-1 now. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but on the 3-run home run, Orlando Mack was on third base. And as soon as that ball was touched, he turned around and just tossed his hand up in the air because he knew it was gone immediately. Here comes the 1-1. Curveball lost the handle on it. Misses up and in by the chin. 2-1.
Little chin music there, let him know who you're dealing with.
Sure, with the curve, yeah.
Yeah.
Send a message with that mean curve up and in.
Oh, yeah.
Good 2-1 pitch, but just misses outside. 3-1. Looked like a strike to me. I think the umpire was fooled because the catcher was set up inside. So the catcher, Bender, had to reach across his body, but I still think it caught the plate. The 3-1's missed low. Ball 4. That's the last thing you want to do as a new pitcher. So Waterboard jogs on down to first. That'll bring up Curtis Jamerson, the catcher.
2 outs here. Gamecocks are going to get the last one, and then they'll need a big bottom of the 7th here. Come back from these 3 runs.
They'll need exactly 3 to keep it going at this point, as the first pitch to Jamerson is called strike on the inside part of the plate. Umpire seems to like the inside corner a lot better than the outside so far today. Here comes the 0-1. And just on cue, misses low and away, but doesn't get the call. 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 stretch and pitch. Called strike on the outside part of the plate there. So 1-2 now to the catcher, Curtis Jamerson. TJ Waterbore hugging the bag at first on the leadoff. Good breaking ball, just missed outside. What'd you think of that one, Chuck?
I thought it was there, to be
Looked
honest
good
with
to
you.
me.
But
Looked good to me,
Lou
but
doesn't
hey,
agree.
it's not like we have a perfect angle right behind home plate here. Here comes the 2-2. Swinging a fly ball to shallow right field. Right fielder battling the wind, but he makes the catch. So that'll do it here for the top of the 7th. But the damage is done. The Eagles with a 3-run bomb by Dylan McCoy, the second baseman. That's going to make it 8-5 Gamecocks, who need 3 in the bottom of the 7th to keep it going here in Columbia. We'll be back. Dakota Watson here, Charlie Lafferty. Back for the bottom of the 7th. Gamecocks need 3 runs to keep it going against the Georgia Southern Eagles. The first pitch to hitter Nick Borgos is lined into right center field. Base hit. That's exactly how you need to start at the bottom of the 7th when you're trailing. Borgos there wasted no time. Usually when you're down by 3 in the last inning, you might want to take a pitch or 2. Borgos said no thanks as he lines one to right center. So in stands Chris Bender, the catcher for the Gamecocks, with a runner on first, nobody out. And the first pitch is taken up and away for ball 1.
And yeah, we've talked about how important it is to get your leadoff man on, and
Especially here.
Burgo's really taking advantage of that and lining one out into right center.
Here's a swing and a drive to left field. Good distance on it, but it's hooking foul. And that's going to bounce out by the bullpen in left field down the line. Right on it, though, was Chris Bender. Excuse me. This is Evan McCurry. Spoke too soon. I was going backwards in the lineup. It's not how that works.
Right, yeah, it goes usually forward.
Baseball's tough sometimes. McCurry lines one to right field, though, on the next pitch for a clean base hit. Now the Gamecocks are going to have first and second and are a long ball away themselves from tying this game up. Chris Murphy stands in. He looks like he's going to replace Joey Janusz at second base, the pinch hitter, if we get that far and need a second baseman. Hopefully we do. So the 5-hole hitter hit a 3-run bomb for the Eagles. Let's see if the Gamecocks 5-hole can do the same as he takes ball 1 low and away.
Gamecocks hit the ball pretty well to start off the inning here. Two hard hit singles. And
both off Streetman. As the 1-0's taken low, ball 2. And I think it'd be a small victory here for the Gamecocks if they could get Streetman out of the game, not because he's doing well, that too, but also because when you're playing a doubleheader, Georgia Southern only brought 11 today for the weekend. So you'd love to be able to get into their bullpen a little bit, not have Streetman go the complete game. Here comes the 2-0. Called strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-1.
You know, I'm not sure if that caught all of the inside there, but the umpire behind the plate seemed to think so.
I think it might have shaved a corner. I don't know. I'm trying to be nice. Here comes the 2-1, misses low and away. Ball 3, 3-1 now. So far, 4 pitches, no swings here for Murphy. The 3-1 pitch. Swing on a line drive left field, base hit. Gamecocks going to play it station to station. And wisely so as the left fielder fires it into home. 3 back-to-back-to-back singles here to start the bottom of the 7th. And just when you thought the Gamecocks were out of it, 3 singles in a row here to start the bottom of the 7th will chase the starter, Daniel Streetman. We're going to have a pitching change, and it looks like Cody Tournier is going to come in from right field to pitch, and we're going to take a break here. We'll be back right after this. Gamecocks threatening, bases loaded, no outs, needing 3 runs to keep the game going in the bottom of the 7th. We'll be back. So we're back here, bases loaded, bottom of the 7th, no outs. Gamecocks trail by 3, need 3 to keep it going. As mentioned, Cody Tournier, the new pitcher for the Eagles, as Max Bernstein stands in, takes ball 1 low and in.
The Gamecocks very wisely held Burgos up at third on the single out to left field.
Oh, yeah.
There's no reason to really push anything here with no outs in the bottom of the 7th, down 3 runs. The
1-0 misses low and away, ball 2 now. We've got a substitution now as Streetman came out. Tournier from right field came in to pitch, and Jay Elijah came in off the bench to play right field. As it looks like the 2-0 missed as well. Nope, I lied. No call from the umpire till just now. So it's going to be 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swing and fly ball to left, shallow left field. Runner's not tagging. That's going to drop just foul. We're talking a foot, maybe a foot and a half foul down the left field line.
I'd say it's even maybe less than that, but, you know, we're up in a booth, so.
Man, a lot of wind, and honestly, that had to play a part in it.
I mean, off the bat, I thought that was definitely, well in play.
I thought it was going to be caught by the left fielder and you know, straight away left field, but wind playing tricks here, and that's going to be just foul. So 2-2 now the count after what was almost sure to be a ball in play. Ends up foul. Center fielder, player, coach Orlando Mack jogs in all the way from center field to talk with the pitcher and catcher. So time was called, but now he'll jog back into his place in center field. So Tournier, wind up, stretch and pitch. Called strike 3. Good breaking ball on the outside part of the plate there, and Max Bernstein goes down for the first out. Ian Estes now, first baseman for the Gamecocks, number 15, stands in. Bases loaded, 1 down, need 3 to keep it going. First pitch, front door curve, misses little inside. Ball 1. What a tough spot for Cody Tournier to come in. But so far, so good for the Eagles' right-hander as the 1-1's fouled down the right field line. 1-1.
Gamecock's first base coach here, not quite as good with his hands as the third base coach, although
Sure, yeah.
I will give him that the ball was hit a little bit harder.
That one was kind of scorching down the line there. I don't think I'd have hit, gone for that one.
Not
But
sure I would have touched it either.
Moody backed out of the way. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Another front door curve missed low and in. About the same pitch as the first. So 2-1 now to Estes. Bases loaded. Borgos on third. McCurry on second. And Murphy on first as the next pitch is taken low.
Good stop there by Jamerson to keep the ball in front.
Really working hard back there. Base hit could be huge. Here comes the 3-1. Popped up. Foul territory. Looks like it's going to get out of play. And it will as the fans scurry after that one for a souvenir.
Always fun when you come to a baseball game and you get a foul ball, take it home for your kids. And
I'm taking it home for myself personally.
well, some people are just like that,
Especially with this good ball game we have on our hands. Here comes the full count pitch. Fouled away. So we'll do it again here, 3-2. Ground ball first base. This could end the ball game. Steps on the bag, throw home, and they tag the runner out. Heartbreaking way to lose the game there for the Gamecocks and a well-hit ball to first base. But that'll do us in Game 1. The Eagles take it from the Gamecocks 8-5 here in Columbia, South Carolina. Stay tuned for Game 2 of this doubleheader.